Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers for a World in Crisis. Today, part 2 of Religions. From the Mother, continued. In all religions, we find invariably a certain number of people who possess a great emotional capacity and are full of a real and ardent aspiration, but have a very simple mind and do not feel the need of approaching the divine through knowledge. For such natures, religion has a use, and it is even necessary for them. For through external forms, like the ceremonies of the church, it offers a kind of support and help to their inner spiritual aspiration. In every religion, there are some who have evolved a high spiritual life. But it is not the religion that gave them their spirituality. It is they who have put their spirituality into the religion. Put anywhere else, born into any other cult, they would have found there and lived there the same spiritual life. It is their own capacity. It is some power of their inner being, and not the religion they profess, that has made them what they are. This power in their nature is such that religion to them does not become a slavery or a bondage. Only as they have not a strong, clear, and active mind, they need to believe in this or that creed as absolutely true, and to give themselves up to it without any disturbing question or doubt. I have met in all religions people of this kind, and it would be a crime to disturb their faith. For them, religion is not an obstacle. An obstacle for those who can go farther. It may be a help for those who cannot, but are yet able to travel a certain distance on the paths of the Spirit. Religion has been an impulse to the worst things and the best. If the fiercest wars have been waged, and the most hideous persecutions carried on in its name, it has stimulated too supreme heroism and self-sacrifice in its cause. Along with philosophy, it marks the limit the human mind has reached in its highest activities. It is an impediment and a chain if you are a slave to its outer body. If you know how to use its inner substance, it can be your jumping board into the realm of the Spirit. If you want to appraise the real value of the religion in which you are born or brought up, or to have a correct perspective of the country or society to which you belong by birth, if you want to find out how relative a thing the particular environment is into which you happened to be thrown and confined, You have only to go round the earth and see that what you think good is looked upon as bad elsewhere, and what is considered as bad in one place is welcomed as good in another. All countries and all religions are built up out of a mass of traditions. In all of them, you will meet saints and heroes and great and mighty personalities, as well as small and wicked people. Quote, "Because I am brought up in this religion, therefore it is the only true religion. Because I am born in this country, therefore it is the best of all countries." End quote. Mother says one might as well make the same claim for his family. Quote, "Because I come of this family that has lived in the same place for so many years or so many centuries, therefore I am bound by its traditions. They alone are the ideal." End quote. Things have an inner value and become real to you only when you have acquired them by the exercise of your free choice, not when they have been imposed upon you. If you want to be sure of your religion, you must choose it. If you want to be sure of your country, you must choose it. If you want to be sure of your family, even that you must choose. If you accept without question what has been given you by chance, you can never be sure whether it is good or bad for you, whether it is the true thing for your life. Step back from all that forms your natural environment or inheritance, made up and forced upon you by nature's blind mechanical process. Draw within and look quietly and dispassionately at things. Appraise them, choose freely. Then you can say, with an inner truth, "This is my family, this my country, this my religion." If we go a little way within ourselves, we shall discover that there is in each of us a consciousness that has been living throughout the ages and manifesting in a multitude of forms. Each of us has been born in many different countries, belonged to many different nations, followed many different religions. Why must we accept the last one as the best? The experiences gathered by us in all these many lives, in different countries and varying religions, are stored up in that inner continuity of our consciousness, which persists through all births. There are multiple personalities there created by these past experiences. And when we become aware of this multitude within us, it becomes impossible to speak of one particular form of truth as the only truth, one country as our only country, one religion as the only true religion. All your relations must be newly built upon an inner freedom of choice. The traditions in which you live or are brought up have been imposed upon you by the pressure of the environment, or by the general mind, or by the choice of others. There is an element of compulsion in your acquiescence. Religion itself has been imposed on men. It is often supported by a suggestion of religious fear, or by some spiritual or other menace. There can be no such imposition in your relation with the divine. It must be free. Your own mind's and heart's choice, taken up with enthusiasm and joy. What union can that be in which one trembles and says, I am compelled, I cannot do otherwise? Truth is self-evident and has not to be imposed upon the world. It does not feel the need of being accepted by men, for it is self-existent. It does not live by what people say of it or on their adherents. But one who is founding a religion needs to have many followers. The strength and greatness of a religion is adjudged by men according to the number of those that follow it, although the real greatness is not there. The greatness of spiritual truth is not in numbers. I knew the head of a new religion, the son of its founder, and heard him say once that such and such a religion took so many hundreds of years to be built up, and such another so many hundreds of years, but they within 50 years had already over 4 million followers. And so, you see, he added, what a great religion is ours. Religions may reckon their greatness by the number of their believers, but truth would still be truth if it had not even a single follower. The average man is drawn towards those who make great pretensions. He does not go where truth is quietly manifesting. There it is a necessity. In ordinary life, an individual, whether he knows it or not, always has a religion. But the object of his religion is sometimes of a very inferior kind. The God he worships may be the God of success, or the God of money, or the God of power, or simply a family God, the God of children, the God of the family, the God of the ancestors. There is always a religion. The quality of the religion is very different according to the individual. But it is difficult for a human being to live and to go on living, to survive in life, without having something like a rudiment of an ideal which serves as the center for his existence. Most of the time, he doesn't know it. And if he were asked what his ideal is, he would be unable to formulate it. But he has one, vaguely, something that seems to him the most precious thing in life. But as very few individuals are capable of thinking freely, it is much easier to join a religion, accept it, adopt it, and become a part of that religious collectivity than to formulate one's own cult for oneself. So, apparently, one is this or that, but in fact, it is only an appearance.